Welcome back to My Haunted Dolls. I have a very special treat for you tonight. At least I hope it's special, and I hope you enjoy it. Tonight I have my very own replica of Robert the doll. Now I know this is just a replica.
I told him.
Oh, it's already speaking on the ghost tube ovulus. Wow. I was just going to say, you might think, well, this is just a replica, but guess what? This came from the Key West Museum gift store, right there where the real Robert the Haunted Doll is located. So this little guy right here indeed was in close quarters with the area that Robert the Doll lives in, right there in the same place. I got the idea to try to test him out because another YouTuber who I'll give a shout out to here, Omar Gosh TV, who puts out a lot of great videos. He has one of these replicas, and he's actually gotten some activity from it. Now, I've not tested it before because it was just, to me, it was just a souvenir. But I never thought of mine being maybe haunted or having some sort of energy with it from Key West. But since it's already speaking through the ovulus, perhaps it does. Another thing is, earlier, before I started videoing, I turned the K2 meter on and I left the room to take care of a few things. And I came back, and this K2 meter was going off like crazy with nothing nearby it. Now it's quiet now, but we'll see if it starts up again. And I do have the cat ball. Go ahead and put it over here under the doll. Now, the little rocking chair I bought on eBay, if you buy the Robert the Doll replica, which you can buy it at the Key West Museum online, so you don't have to actually go there, it just comes as the doll with his little stuffed lion, just like the one Robert the Doll has in his case where he sits. But you'll have to get a rocking chair separate. I just happened to find this rocking chair on eBay, and you can find them out there, so just look for doll rocking chair. Maybe Amazon might have them. Okay, so I want to talk about the comment that's already come on here on the ovulus that said, I told him. Who is him, and what did you tell him?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. That was a very good instant response. So nobody knows who he is? What did you tell him? Are you talking about me? Because I don't remember anyone telling me anything, at least not related to this doll. Is there any kind of spirit with this doll? And by the way, he is a great replica. Let me turn the light on for a second so you can see he is an amazing replica. It's still got the little tag on it. I didn't want to take that off because it has the little Key West thing on it. Whoop. The original Robert the Doll limited edition. And there's the website in case you want to check it out. And it's been at least about 4 years since I bought this, maybe 5. So I don't know if they still have them, but you can check the website. I'm sure they do. Now let me cut the light back off so we can see better if the K2 meter goes off. Is there anything attached to this doll from the Key West Museum? Now, Robert the doll, some people confuse this with Annabelle, but it's Robert. Robert is the one who, if you go visit him in the museum, they do keep him in a glass case because he has quite a history of being sort of a manipulative
Where
spirit.
are we?
Where are we? Well, we're here in my house in central Alabama in the USA. So, yeah, apparently there's something with this doll. I think I should have tried to experiment a lot longer, long ago when I first got this, because I didn't think about, hey, could something have come with this doll? And when Omar on Omar Gosh TV did his video with the doll, it was moving. It moved on its own. When he left it somewhere and it came back and it was moved completely, he had to search for it and find it. It was amazing. I have not seen this little guy move. He's always in his chair, always in the same spot back here on my display case, behind me, behind my couch, in the doll area. I have not seen him move, but I wonder if maybe sometimes he likes to rock in his rocking chair. If there's a spirit with this little doll here, can you make your rocking chair move? I'm going to hold the camera still. I'd love to see you make the chair move. I love how the light from the flame light, the flickering on makes his face look creepy. Look at that. Wow. So who is with this doll? Are you a good spirit?
Alexis.
Alexis. Hello, Alexis. Alexis.
Cursed.
Cursed. Now, the real Robert is cursed, or he likes to curse people. I got sidetracked from the story I was going to tell about Robert. They say that if you visit him in the museum in Key West, that if you want to take a picture or video of him, you have to ask permission first. Now, that's only with the real Robert. I don't think you have to worry about the replicas. But people have said when they did not ask for permission and they ignored the warning, they were cursed afterwards. Some people became ill. Some had terrible accidents causing injury. And all of it continued until they went back to Robert or wrote him a letter apologizing and asking for forgiveness. Now, I gotta tell you, of course, I choose not to go visit Robert, but I gotta tell you, I feel like if you do that, you're bowing down to Robert, and you do not want to give any kind of spirit that power. So I would recommend just don't do it. Because I only bow down, for me, my faith, I only bow down to God. And I only follow my Savior, Jesus Christ, and ask Him for protection. And I do ask that now, Lord Jesus, that you'll bless this home and these items and protect us, Lord Father, in Jesus' name. Now, Alexis, I'd love to hear about you, or if you're here, I've got these two toys here. There's this toy. If you come near it or touch it, you can make all the lights go off there. They're really pretty. Or I've got this little cat ball. If you touch it, you can make it light up real pretty like that. So I'd love to see you play with one of these toys. And you're more than welcome.
42.
42. Is that how old you are? If any of these responses make sense to anyone, be sure to comment below. And while you're below, I have a link in the description for my Redbubble store where you can go buy merchandise. All kinds of awesome t-shirts and baseball caps and coffee mugs and home and office and pet accessories. So check those out, and also my website, myhauntedDolls.com, and the Patreon link is down there if you want to become a Patreon and you want to donate anything financially. And we appreciate and would really love to have your support. Alexis, are you still here? If so, can you touch one of these toys and make them light up real pretty? Or you can make the little doll rock in his rocking chair. If you like to make something else move, you can. Maybe you can touch the piece of paper on little Robert's hand there and make it spin. Or turn it around so we can see it. There's a car passing by outside on the highway in case you hear that. Are you a good spirit or a bad spirit? You know, when I ask that, I feel like the Wizard of Oz. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Are you a good kitty or a bad kitty? She's sleeping. She's already made her rounds. All right, if there's any spirit here, please let me know if you want to speak again or light up one of these toys. All right, it's getting kind of quiet, so we might change to a new activity, a new game here.
Greetings.
Greetings. Well, greetings to you. Is that you, Alexis? Thank you for the greetings and for speaking. Are you 42? Is that what that means? Or is that is it 42 spirits around this doll? You know, they got a lot of spirits in Key West. A lot of good ghost stories. Alexis, are you from Key West? Do you know Robert the doll? All right, well, let's try another.
Not all of us.
Not all of us. So there's. Dang, every time I start to get ready to turn this off, it talks. Not all of us. Does that mean that not all of you are from Key West? Does that mean that, I guess that means there's more than one of you with this doll, is that right? Is that correct? I'd love for you to make that toy light up again there. This one right there. Make it light up real pretty, like you were doing earlier. Here, let me try this. Put it up here next to the doll and see what happens. There it is if you want to come close to it or touch it. Alright, I'm going to lay it back down here so you can play with it.
Psychic.
Psychic. Are you a psychic? I think they've got some psychic places down there in Key West. I'm sure they do. I've not been there before, so if anyone's been there, seen a lot of videos about it, YouTubers and everything. And there's also the house that Robert used to live in. And it's called the Artist's House. That's where Robert's doll came from and where it became haunted. And it's a bed and breakfast if you dare to spend the night there. Some people have captured some really cool evidence in that house. Voices, little feet running around. So even though Robert's doll is kept in the case in the museum, sometimes his spirit likes to visit his old house, his old stomping grounds. Eugene is the name of the boy who owned the real Robert and who became quite attached to him. And when any kind of accidents, or gosh, I'm getting tongue-tied. When any kind of accidents or any acts of mischief happened, Eugene always blamed Robert. And the parents, other people thought he was crazy till they started seeing activity around Robert the doll, and of course the doll itself moving. And Eugene he became an artist when he grew up, and that's why his home is now called the Artist's House. Of course, he passed away a long time ago, but I wonder if sometimes he comes back to visit in spirit. Is there any spirit here from the museum in Key West or the Artist's House?
I know.
I know. Oh, you know it, huh? Getting more responses on this particular Ovilus than I usually do. Thank you so much for that. I'd love to switch activities here and see if you want to create a picture with me here, so give me one moment here. Alright, we have now here in my hand is a thing known as the Ghost Tube Seer, but to put it in plain terms to any spirit or spirits here, including Alexis or whoever might be here, if you concentrate on this black box in my hand here, there's a smaller box in here inside this picture frame, and you can concentrate and you can create a picture for me if you'd like to show a picture of something. It can be something about you or something you love, or if there's something you need for all of us to see, please feel free to use it and create a picture. Just concentrate on it. If you need any energy, I've left the TV on. That big picture up there has electricity. Oh, look at that. Look at that picture. I got a feeling that we've just captured a picture of little Eugene. Is that Eugene? Is that Robert's friend? That is, I don't think that's just a coincidence after I've talked about a little boy who was pretty much possessed by a haunted doll. By the way, that's where the makers of Child's Play got their story idea from. Chucky is actually partly based on Robert the doll, at least originally in the first Child's Play movie, and you've got little Andy, the boy who is supposed to be kind of a inspiration of Eugene, or inspired by Eugene. Did I just see, am I seeing things, or did the K2 just light up a few seconds ago? Might just be the light flickering on it, the reflection of this light. Well, that was an amazing picture you made. I appreciate that. Thank you. Is there any other picture you'd like to show me? Any other picture you want to create? Keep thinking I see the second green light flicker, but I don't. I think I'm just seeing things on that K2 mirror. That toy there, if you want to touch it, you can. You're more than welcome to play with that, or the little ball under Robert's doll. Here's another picture. Oh wow. Looks like some people maybe kind of, oh, they're wearing some kind of uniforms and they're sleeping on some sort of cushions. Is that maybe a life raft? Are those, it's like uniforms you'd see on a ship in the Navy or on a cruise ship. I'm going to be going on a cruise this fall. More on that later, but I hope that didn't have something to do with it. Probably not. Wow, that was an amazing picture, very thought-provoking, and I appreciate that. Or was that a picture of some of the spirits here? Were you trying to show me your story? I think maybe we should switch to the spirit box and find out if they've got a story they want to tell us. Okay, I just cut the spirit box on, but before I could get it on, it just said my name. It said Kevin They Rode. Oh, and that just lit on the green light. Thank you so much on that K2 meter. Thank you. Who am I speaking to? Oh, it's going off. Thank you so much.
Around this port?
Around this part? Yeah, around that part there. You just touch it and it'll light up. Are you a spirit from Key West? Oh, it lit up.
Face left.
Face left.
No trade.
Okay, I'll look back. Oh, it's going off. That is amazing. Thank you. It said face left. I was going to look and see if there's something on my left. I don't. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to move away from. Oh, there it is. It's lighting up. Thank you. Can you make it go all the way across? All those lights? Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 lights you can light up there if you really touch it or get close to it. Good job. I know you're doing what you can and I appreciate it. Do you know Robert the doll? I think that was a yes. I've been told if you hear music in response to a yes or no question, it's usually a yes. At least in theory.
There.
A lot of voices. A lot of voices coming through. Earlier you said the number 42. Is that how many spirits are with this doll? Did you come with this doll? Thank you. Oh, it lit up to the yellow. Thank you so much. Owner of what? What are you the owner of? Something in Key West? Now, it said not all of us when I asked about if you were from Key West. Where are the rest of you from? Oh, it lit up again. Thank you. You're doing a great job there.
This is silly.
That said this is silly, and it kind of, toward the end there, it kind of sounded like me. That kind of freaks me out. Did you all hear that? That sounded kind of like my voice at the end. And it said, this is silly. So you don't like playing with the lights on this toy? It's alright, it's not, adults can play with it. It's not just a kid's toy. It just helps us to know you're here.
Appropriate the
Why did you sound like my voice? Alright, you're getting a little kind of quiet. We just have a minute or two here. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Oh, thank you for lighting that up again. I think you like that, don't you? At least somebody does. I guess whoever used my voice and said this is silly doesn't like it.
You have just heard.
I just heard, yeah. I just heard it earlier. Kinda freaks me out here. But I'm not afraid. I'm protected by Christ. I'm not going to be fooled by anything here. I just heard a footstep in there. I don't know if the camera picked it up.
Friends.
Who's in there? Through the wall. Did you go through the wall? A lot of voices here. Thank you for lighting that up. Seems like when I moved that over here, it got very rowdy on the spirit box. Maddie just snored. If you heard a weird grumbling, that was Maddie. I hear a little girl start to sing with some music. Yeah, that was nice. Thank you. My little girls are here to play. Is that Patty or Andrea or who is that? Oh no. Dang. It's weird when I hold the camera over here, it gets a lot more rowdy. Subaru, that's a commercial coming through. Sound like it said no respect. We got a lot
And for pudding.
And for pudding. You're looking for pudding in there? The kitchen is around the corner. Put my hand there. It's around the corner behind here where that light's coming from. I thought I heard somebody say snack the first time I held the camera over there. Wow. Oh, thank you for lighting that up. Are you in there looking for a snack? Hopefully something. Were you looking for pudding? Whoa. Somebody's singing. That's beautiful. Who's singing?
And in many.
That sounds like I'll do many. You know, one of my little girls here. Say your name so we know who you are. Sounds like they're doing some Disney princess songs. Dude.
Is there more?
There are more? Oh. We have a lot of children here, a lot of child spirits. And I love each and every one of them. Son. I have some spirit sons and a lot of spirit daughters. Wow. Sound like you hit a golf ball. I thank you for all this interaction and lighting up this little box here with the lights on it. Sound like someone breathing or sighing. I hope that was a happy sigh.
My name.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us before we wrap this up? I appreciate you and everything you've given us tonight. And as long as you're good spirits, you're welcome to visit, but nobody negative is allowed here.
And life.
It's light, yeah. Lots of light here, lots of peace. Even though sometimes there's arguing here in the house by the living. Alright.
I think.
He said, I think. You think what?
For a warning then happen.
A warning on how? A warning on how what?
Bridge.
What do you need to warn about? Oh, that just lit all the way up. Thank you. That was awesome. Really awesome. What do you need to warn about? It's alright, you can tell us.
Your own camera.
I heard another heavy footstep in there. Just in case, I better go check on that. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up.
So.
Because that could be Dad in there. Which, by the way, he's progressing very well. For all those who have asked about him, thank you so much. But let's go ahead and wrap this up. So if there are any spirits that don't belong here, please do go back to where you came from. And all other spirits, please back away. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to count down from 5, and then I'm going to cut this off. Alright. Go ahead and back away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, good night, goodbye, and happy hauntings, everybody.